Hello everybody and welcome to Notorious Yu-Gi-Oh! I am Notorious Cly, and this is my very terrible Resonator Red Dragon Archfiend deck profile. Word on the street is the new Resonator Red Dragon Archfiend support is making its way to Master Duel soon. So I thought it would be cool, thought it would be fun if we looked at the deck pre-support, so we could all reminisce on how terrible and janky it actually was. By the way, I'm streaming this on Twitch right now. Say hi, chat. You can't see them, but they can see you. They're always watching. If you want to join me for the next one, I'll put a link down in the description to my Twitch. Come hang out, come have fun. I'm going to try to do it a little more regularly, maybe once a week. Alright, let's do a quick card by card. I don't think I'm going to talk too much about all the individual cards in this deck list, again, because this is a very terrible pre-support list. As soon as the new support comes, most everything I'm going to say in this video becomes outdated. I'll probably expand on the important stuff that you'll see post-support, but I think we're just going to keep it simple, keep it fun. First up is Crimson Resonator, the lifeblood of the deck. The goal for any Resonator Red Dragon Archfiend deck list pre-support and post-support is to resolve Crimson Resonator's second effect to special summon up to 2 other Resonators from hand or deck. Resolving Crimson Resonator's second effect sets off this chain of card advantage and free bodies and big synchro climbs, and if you can resolve all that, you win. If you fail to resolve Crimson Resonator, you're gonna have a bad time, and you better hope you open some other interactive cards to get you another turn in which you can attempt to resolve Crimson Resonator's second effect. Play 3 of this because you want to see it as often as possible. As for the other Resonators, we're playing Synchron. You'll see this guy post support too. Synchron's great. Specials itself for free. If there's a Synchro monster on the field, recycles a Resonator from your graveyard other than itself back to your hands. And it's a level 1, so it turns an 8 into a 9. So it's great for making Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Another level 1 we're playing is Chain Resonator. Crimson Resonator can special summon itself, and a lot of the non-tuners we have access to can also special summon themselves, so oftentimes you're left without using your normal summon. And Chain is a halfway decent normal summon because it can pull another Resonator out of the deck, and occasionally you can use Chain to make 2 big synchro bodies and keep going from there, I guess. Also, it's a light which comes up occasionally. Next up is Red Resonator. Red's fine, I guess. You only really need to play 1 now and 0 post support because we have better level 2s coming our way. Red used to be a 3 of, and then they killed the homie. Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon, ripped to the homie. So Red Resonator plus level 4 non-tuner gets you to a level 8, but there's not really a level 8 worth making right now. So yeah, Red is just kind of there as something to summon off of Crimson to make the levels line up right. The life point gain that it has almost never matters. And then our last tuner is Creation Resonator. It can special summon itself for free, and it being a level 3 helps us make Supernova with Synchron, so we can use Synchron to recycle something back for follow-up or an additional push. And there's a singular card in here that likes having a number 3, level 3 tuner paired with it. That's it for the Resonators. We'll talk about the, I guess, other archetypical stuff and then move to the supplementary engines. We have Wandering King Wild One, the best non-tuner to play with Resonators pre-support. Really good card. Specials itself for free. Love that in a non-tuner. Helps gain resources on the follow-up. Perfect. Then 3 Resonator Call. Helps you find Crimson. Helps you find any Resonator, but most often Crimson. And then let's talk about the supplementary engines, because Resonator Red Dragon Archfiend pre-support desperately needed supplementary engines because its engine wasn't very consistent or very powerful. So you would just kind of jam stuff in there with incidental synergies, or that could work independently while also not getting in the way of your Resonator stuff. We're playing the Adventure Engine, so the Water Enchantress, Griffin Rider, 2 Right, Dragoback, and Faithful. As I mentioned earlier, Crimson and some of our non-tuners can special summon themselves, so you never really need to use your normal summon effect, so the Adventure Engine pairs nicely there. There is some confliction between the 2 engines. Ideally, you want Crimson plus a Dark Dragon Synchro and only a Dark Dragon Synchro face up on the field so you can attempt to resolve Crimson Resonator's effect. If you do that, you can't really have Griffin Rider plus your token on the field to try to insulate your play. So usually the Adventure package leads when you're playing into boards to attempt to bait out interaction, and then you follow with the Synchro stuff, or it follows your Synchro stuff to either add an extra layer to your end board or to establish something after your very linear and stoppable Synchro play is stopped. Also, Water Enchantress is a 3, so it pairs up well with Creation, and Right summons a level 4 token, which you can use with Crimson. So pretty nifty, pretty cool. And then the other small supplementary engine I'm playing is the Hoppier Squadron engine. This just lets you quick synchro during your opponent's main phase. I think it's funny. It's not very good. It's not optimal. I probably should be playing Zupe Duskwalker, that package in this place, but this is funny. And I've been away from Master Duel for a very long time, so I'm down in like bronze and silver rank, so I might as well go with funny and fun over optimal. Probably worth mentioning now that I think at this moment, pre-support, there is no optimal way to play Resonator Red Dragon Archfiend. The deck is just power crapped. It doesn't have what it takes to keep up. You need to throw junky engines with loose synergies in there just to get it to function. So it's fun. It's funny. There's some stuff in the extra deck that I put specifically in here to summon off Hoppier just for laughs. So we have Noble Knight Shield Bearer. It's a level 4 non-tuner, pair up with Crimson. Additionally, it can search the Hoppier Squadron. So if you already have the level 4 non-tuner, you can, grab Hoppier and set up the quick synchro thing. Occasionally it will work out where your only play is to make a level 8 synchro, but you also have access to the Hoppier Squadron stuff, and then you can quick synchro into some interaction. Next up, I think we can just talk about the consistency tools. I mean, we talked about the 3 res call, that's there. Foolish Burial is there to help us get access to Water Enchantress. Can also put a Resonator in the graveyard that we want to recycle back off of Synchron. It's just halfway decent card, I suppose. And then Pot of Desires. I like Pot of Desires in this list over the other pots because hopefully I'll be able to do the big synchro combo with Crimson, pull all the good stuff out of my deck, then use Desires, then draw into extra interactions or extenders or follow-up or whatever. Pot of Prosperity is fine, I guess you could run it, but I want to maintain as much of my extra deck as possible. And then we have Small World. We're playing 3 copies of it because Resonator actually bridges pretty well within itself. You don't really need to add too much stuff outside of the engine to get to the pieces you need. All your Fiend type tuners are different levels and attributes, and most often their stats differ pretty well. Plus, hand traps always share at least one thing in common with one of your Resonators, whether it be level 2 or light or level 1 or all that nonsense. And that's about it for consistency tools. Then we're just playing some hand traps, Veiler and Imperm for the crossouts. 1 called by. I would like to max out on call by, but deck list is a little tight. I want to keep it at 40 for maximum consistency. And I'm only playing the 1 because I also wanted to fit crossout in here because our combo is very stoppable. So called by might not be the right card to insulate our combo. Sometimes we need the crossout. Yeah, and then we're playing Nib and the obligatory Master Duel package, 3 Maxi, 3 Ash. And that's about it for the main deck. Let's move to the extra deck really quick. 3 Red Rising Dragon. We're aiming to make this every turn with our level 2 tuner and our level 4 non-tuner. Make Red Rising, immediately brings a Resonator back. Hopefully it's Crimson, and then Crimson can do its thing and we can pop off. Playing Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. It's a Red Dragon Archfiend in our Red Dragon Archfiend deck. It's pretty good. I mean, I could probably diversify and play a Scarlet and a Hot Red, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Ever since Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Magical Dragon, was banned, we're down bad for level 8s. We really don't have a good level 8 to make. So Scarlet is there. And then we have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, probably the best monster you can be making. It's a negate 1 face-up card every turn. Provides a lot of pressure. It's really good. Abyss is probably the best boss monster in the extra deck. Supernova is more powerful than Abyss, but Abyss is usually a little easier to make, and occasionally you can make Abyss plus another synchro. It's really hard in this deck list without Chaos Ruler to make Supernova plus another synchro because Supernova usually eats up all of your tuners. So Supernova is great, super powerful, banish all cards your opponent controls if they dare to attack you or activate a monster effect. Wonderful, but occasionally you just need, a negate plus an extra body. Then we have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane, can recycle any of your Red Dragon Archfiend monsters from the graveyard. So that includes Abyss and the Scarlight and any other Red Dragon Archfiend monster that you might want to play. Then we have Calamity. Unfortunately, we cannot make this on our opponent's turn to lock them playing out of the game. I don't really know if that's an unfortunate circumstance. Fuck Floodgates. This is here for our crackback turn. Hopefully we have enough bodies left on the field that we can consolidate them into a Calamity and then use Calamity to lock our opponent out of interacting with us and then push for game. And then we already talked a little bit about Supernova. Biggest, baddest boss monster around. This is how boss monsters should be designed. I will stand by that. Konami, more monsters like this, please. And then other Dark Dragon synchros we're playing. We have the Ancient Pixie Dragon. Occasionally you're stuck with only a 7 to make. And I guess technically with the Hop Ear package, if you make Ancient Pixie Dragon and you have Hop Ear, you can turn it into a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. So that's kind of neat, I guess. Then we have Beals. Beals is kind of tricky out sometimes since you can't destroy it by battle or card effects. And we're really struggling to find a level 8 Dark Dragon synchro to play. There really aren't any that are that good. Decent, but not good. And then we have the quick synchro package. We have Barone. With Hop Ear, you can turn an 8 to a 10 to Barone. We have Bestial Despotter, which we can technically make under our Dark Dragon synchro lock from Red Rising or Crimson Resonator, which is cool. This deck does struggle to banish cards a little bit, but we do have Shield Bearer that can do that, and Supernova does banish a lot of stuff, so making this Despotter on the follow-up turn is usually pretty good. It's pretty live, and there's probably something in the banish pile we can bring back. Very nifty. It can actually bring back the Supernova a little earlier instead of waiting until your next end phase. If you can make this Potter, you can just summon back that banished Dark Monster, which Supernova would be. Then we have Psychic End Punisher. This is just here with Hop Ear to turn Abyss into Pep. I don't know. It's funny. That's about it. It's not good. It's not good at all, but I think it's funny. I'm just kind of hoping we can catch somebody off guard with it once and I can get like a good meme clip or whatever out of it. Yeah. That's about it for the deck profile, everybody. Not much left to say. I'm looking forward to the new support. Hopefully that comes out soon so we don't have to wait too long. If you want to see what the new support looks like, if you're primarily a Master Duel player and haven't touched base with TCG, I have a ton of stuff on my YouTube channel. Go check it out. Let me know what you think. And when new support comes, you can expect me to be playing it in Master Duel. And I think I'm going to go take this deck to the ranked ladder. So if you want to come watch me play Resonator Red Dragon Archfiend, come by Twitch. We're going to be playing all kinds of decks, and I think during the lower levels, I'm going to stick with Resonator Red Dragon Archfiend just to have fun. This is definitely a deck that is there for low levels. You know, once we start getting up into probably Platinum, it's not going to cut it anymore. Maybe even earlier than that. Oh boy, I can't wait for the new support to change that though. Alright, okay, and plus the coin flip. But we're going first. Hooray! That's terrifying. Either they have no idea what they're doing, or we just got really lucky. And they misclicked. We opened a really cool combo. We can use the Water Enchantress to make an Abyss after we make our Supernova with Crimson and Wildwind. That's pretty neat. Please, no interactions, please. This is what I was kind of talking about in the deck profile. Check it out if you haven't. It's a quick watch. I guess it's kind of useful, informative. Get somewhat familiar with these cards. But normally, when you're playing a deck with the Adventure Engine, you get really excited when you see Water Enchantress in your hand because it means you usually can establish the Griffin Rider before you commit to any of your plays. Because of Crimson Resonator, we don't really have that luxury. Crimson Resonator wants nothing on the field other than itself and a Dark Dragon Synchro, so it can summon a bunch of its friends. It can go hang out, have fun, and do hood rat stuff.
Yes, but I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
It all in.
So you're kind of sitting here, keeping your fingers crossed, hoping everything goes well, and your synchro play gets pushed through, and then you can use the adventure stuff to follow up afterwards. So we're gonna go creation. No, come on, don't surrender. Oh, all right. So what we were going to do there, now that we added creation back to hand, since we have a level 8 or higher synchro monster on our field, we can special creation for free. So we can special creation, normal enchantress, we can synchro the two of them for Red Rising, because 3 and 3 equals 6. Red Rising can target the creation and bring it back, and then we can consolidate that into a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And then Water Enchantress is in the graveyard, so we can use Water Enchantress to banish itself and add Rite of Iramisir to our hand. Then, since we have Rite in our hand now, we can use Rite, summon the token, Rite effect, plus add Faithful, use the Res Call to grab something out of our deck, thin it out a little bit, use Faithful to grab the Griffin Rider, send whatever ancillary card in our hand to the graveyard, summon the Griffin Rider, and then we have Supernova, Abyss, plus Griffin Rider Negate, plus token, plus Draco back, which will be equipped to the token. So yeah, that's the full combo. It's not very consistent, and it is very stoppable, but it's pretty cool, I guess. Not bad for jank, you know? Alright everybody, I think that's where I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to end it while I'm on top. And hopefully I see you next time. Remember to stop by Twitch, link down below in the description. While you're scrolling down, hit subscribe, like, comment, all that nonsense. And I'll see you on the next one. Be safe, have fun, everybody.